Could be a watershed moment for Felix Hernandez coming off of 3 consecutive losses. He's got something to prove tonight, and let's see if the King can get it done against the Toronto Blue Jays as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball on a cloudy night here in Seattle. Dave Sims along with Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew. Take a look at the Granny Man, Curtis Granderson, and the rest of the Toronto lineup.
Hopefully it's a good matchup for Felix. Toronto 13th in average, but 6th in home runs, so Felix will try to keep them in the ballpark. The veteran Curtis Granderson, 10 home runs on the year. He will lead things off. The former Mariner, Justin Smoke, hitting 3rd in the lineup. 17 home runs for Smoke. Devin Travis will round out the 9 for Toronto. For Felix on the year, again trying to bounce back, but overall, 8-9 record, 5.5 ERA, and 113 innings. He has 95 strikeouts, 40 walks. Opponents hitting .269 against Felix. And the defense, Cameron Maven making his second start for the Mariners. He's in center field. Kyle Seager back in the lineup and at third base, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. For Felix in his last outing, again, it was a struggle against the Angels. Just really did not have a feel for his curveball or his changeup. 2 2/3, 7 earned runs. 56 pitches in his last outing.
He has been the talk of the Seattle baseball world and baseball world around the country. What's he got left? First pitch, swing and a miss. Curtis Granderson.
If he can locate his fastball, his average fastball 89 miles an hour. If he can locate it down and away as he did on the first pitch, he should be in pretty good shape.
Home plate umpire tonight, Tim Timmons. Tacoma's own Mike Malinsky, the umpire at first. Mike Winters at second, and Jansen Visconti at third. The 1-1. Breaking ball for a strike.
And that is the pitch that he just did not have in Anaheim. Curveball on the outside corner.
Good look at the crowd here. About 26,000 expected here tonight. Felix working at a quick pace. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Zunino will throw down the first. A completed one down.
Well, it's a great example for Felix and how important it is for him to locate his fastball early in the count to get ahead so that he can go to his curveball and changeup. A couple of pretty good curveballs. Primero Supermo and the swing by Granderson gets him to chase it. Nice job by Mike Zunino to keep the ball in front of him.
Blue Jays coming in after being swept at Oakland, outscored 24-6. There's one time Cardinal Randall Grichuk. Felix, a career 7-6 mark against these Blue Jays. A couple of years ago, pitched 7 strong innings, got a no decision as he's walking off. He's saying, "This is my house," with a big crowd of Blue Jay fans and Mariner fans here in the building. Justin Smoke is on deck. Popped up. It's an I got it contest. D. Gordon takes it. Two down.
Yeah, Felix falling behind, but able to make a pretty good pitch. 90-mile-an-hour fastball sinking at the bottom of the zone. Gets him to pop it up.
Here is former Mariner teammate of Felix Hernandez, Justin Smoke. 251, 17 homers, 55 runs batted in.
We'll see some low averages for the Blue Jays. The first 6 hitters all double digits in home runs.
Big Smokey and Solarte lead the club with 17 home runs. Smoke 2 for 6 against Felix. Felix wearing his pants buckled just below the knee with the high blue socks. Two and one.
Good movement on the fastball. Fastball tonight has been 89-90 with some sink to it.
Felix in his last 3 games, a 9.24 ERA, 12 2/3 innings, 19 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, giving up 3 homers and a .345 batting average. And he's got a big first inning ERA, so this is really important. Maven will get challenged here. Base of the fence. Smoke with a 2-out double. 29th double for Smoke.
And And this is a hitter's count, 3-1 count. Throws him the fastball. And you can see it is in the middle of the plate. Primero Supermo and the powerful swing by Justin Smoke. It's a line drive over Maven in center field. Short hops the wall.
Smoke at second, 2 outs. Another former Mariner served 2 stints with the Mariners. Kendrys Morales, the DH, 12 homers, 36 runs batted in.
His numbers against Felix. No batting gloves tonight.
That could change tomorrow.
Yes, or his next at bat.
Right. He's still got some pop. 270 left-hand hitter. 10 of his home runs have come from the left side. Who could forget coming into the ballpark here at Safeco Field? I think once on the road too. And Kendrys Morales was roasting a pig for Sunday repast. (3-0) here to Morales. Statcast AI powered by AWS.
Look at the defense. D. Gordon playing out towards right field. Segura up the middle.
In there for a strike.
You know, it's changeup at the bottom of the zone.
Morales coming off a 1-for-5 performance at Oakland last outing for the Blue Jays. They win 2 out of 3 at the White Sox, lose all 3 games at Oakland. And here they are in Seattle. There's another strike. Felix right back.
Everything down towards the bottom of the zone. Morales does not like the call. Tim Timmons, the home plate umpire.
There's John Gibbons. Second tour of duty as skipper for the Blue Jays. It's been a difficult year. This is a team that played in the American League Championship Series in a 15-16 seasons. 3-2 pitch to Morales. Breaking ball, 1 hop out short right field. D. Gordon's going to throw him out, and a good inning for Felix Hernandez. The double to Smoke doesn't hurt him. Time for the Mariners to get him some run right out of the gate here as they come to bat. Mariners looking to get healthy against the downtrodden Toronto Ball Club. D. Gordon's going to lead things off. Here's a look at the rest of that batting order.
Mariners 6th in average. D. Gordon going to lead things off. He's been swinging the bat well as of late. 25 stolen bases for D. Denard Span hitting 3rd in the lineup. He's been hitting .301 as a Mariner. Ryan Healy hitting 7th in the lineup. Back in the lineup today. He was a late scratch yesterday. Had a back issue, but in the lineup this evening. Tyler Clippard again, 53 appearances as a reliever. This is his first start this year, a 3.73 ERA. 59 strikeouts in 50 2/3. Opponents hitting .220 against Clippard.
Foul tip, strike one. Second time last 3 series going to the bullpen. Get a starter. John Axford has since been traded. He was the one that did it a couple of weeks ago. D. Gordon coming off an 0 for 4 yesterday. 287, a homer, and 22 runs batted in. And at third, this one slapped to the gap. It's slicing. It's going to get down. Grichuk will get it back in quickly. Big turn by D. Gordon, and that's a fine start for the Mariners. Here against Tyler Clippard.
And a look at the defense. Solarte, the third baseman, playing well in on the grass, but a slicing line drive for D. Things started. And 25 stolen bases on the year.
Don't get too many games like you had yesterday where D and Gene go combined 0 for 8. You look at all the Mariners' success, they've been a big part of it. Both steal some bases. As Clippard works from the stretch. And strike one to Gene.
Rare combination for Clippard. His average fastball 91 miles an hour, but he will throw a changeup and a split.
Segura tied for 4th in batting. Actually by himself now with Manny Machado over in the NL with the Dodgers. We'll see them later on this month. D takes off. Here's the throw. No throw on the transfer. Maley could not get a grip. A stolen base for D. Gordon, his 26th. And for D, that puts him in front of Jose Ramirez of Cleveland, back on top in the American League.
And for Maley, starting catcher, he's thrown out 31% of the runners, but just a poor transfer.
Count 1-1 to Gene Segura. Good secondary lead, goes the other way. Travis throws over to Smoke. So with 1 out, you got a runner at third. Nicely done.
Good at bat for Segura to hit the ball the other way. It looked like it was a slow breaking ball.
Good job by Gene Segura.
And the defense. Randall Grichuk will get the start in center field. Pilar on the disabled list. Solarte and Smoke playing on the corners, and Luke Maley will do the catching.
Here is Denard Span. I tell you what, he's been a sensation batting in the 3-hole for the Mariners. His 8th game batting third. Drawn in infield. And he takes first pitch strike. Since joining the ball club, Span in 7 games batting in the 3-hole, 12 for 29, 414 batting average, 2 doubles, a triple, and a homer. 433 on base and a 655 slug. That works. Nelson Cruz on deck.
Clippard starts him off with a couple of fastballs quickly ahead. 0-2.
Span, he is the living, breathing of grinding out an at-bat. Works at his own clock, and he will step out on a pitcher in a heartbeat. He's behind here, 0-2. Tremendous addition to the Mariner Ball Club, hitting .271 overall, 308, 301 with 48 games with the Mariners. Ball 2 strikes.
Infield is in. They're shading him to hit the ball the other way in the outfield.
Here we go, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Tagged by Millie. 2 away.
Looked like a pretty good split.
Tyler Clippard, 33 years old, out of Lexington, Kentucky, comes up with his first K.
83 miles an hour, down out of the strike zone. And that was the split. Nelson Cruz. He's been a hot hitter for the Mariners. Had a home run yesterday, 4 home runs in his last 6 games. Now 26 home runs on the year.
Line drive home run yesterday into the bullpen, the Mariners pen, left center field. Hold the string. Here's what that home run looked like yesterday. It got walloped. Incoming, boys, incoming.
Clifford started him off with a changeup at 77 miles an hour.
There's the 0-1 from Clifford. Out back. He has been wearing out the Blue Jays during the course of his career. Like some big sluggers there too. Jose Canseco, Travis Hafner had a couple of good years before he got hurt. Lee Stevens and Big Daddy Cecil Fielder. Oh, 2 pitch. Hammered deep and say goodbye. Upper tank for Nelson Cruz. Boom, stick, baby. Oh my goodness, did he get that one? He's going to leave the building at some point. It's got to happen. Got it on an 0-2 pitch and doing some damage.
He is so locked in. Now 5 home runs over the last 7 games, back-to-back games with the home run. It's going to be a changeup, and it looks at this changeup at 77 miles an hour right in front of home plate. It looks like it just stops there on a tee for Nelson. Middle in.
Oh, it's the kind of when we're down at the cage watching BP. Those
Yes.
are the kind of balls he hits with quite tremendous frequency. That is a wonderful sound and view. 2-0 Mariners.
And a great sign for the Mariners.
That was outstanding.
Now 27 home runs on the year.
His month of June not what it was. The agony of defeat. Yes, indeed. Cruz coming up at 221, 4 home runs, 12 RBI. Month of July. A lot of Mariners had difficult month swing the bat in the month of July, but this is August. It's August 2nd. Look at this. Was there any doubt? 113. I would have guessed about that.
446 feet.
Haniger, and they go down to first. Mike Malinsky said he did not go, so 2-1 to Mitch. Haniger looking to rebound. His month was 191 and a homer. 7 runs batted in. Nelly, tell you what, when you hit him like that, it just keeps everybody buzzing for a while. 2-1 to Haniger. What's the farthest you've ever gone upper tank here? Yeah, game or BP? Game or BP? Come on.
Not even close to there. Back of the bullpen, I would say, is more like it.
That's pretty darn good. 3-2. So, guy, you were.
I think you're right, though. I think either Nelson or even Mike Zunino, one of those two, will hit one out of this ballpark.
No, that is hardly a reach. That is right on the money. And the guy who could show could be Haniger. He might hit one up there at some point. 3-2, and he'll get his base via the walk.
You mentioned his struggles in July, but that was one thing that he was doing. He was taking his walks. He's had a command of the strike zone, just missing some fastballs. So hopefully that'll turn around for him in the month of August.
And let's get an idea how far this came from leaving the building. It's about 5 rows. I mean, that is a gargantuan shot.
They had it at 446, and I think he can hit one 500 feet.
Oh, sign me up. I'm in.
But they have Kyle Seager back in the lineup. Congratulations to Kyle.
Little girl, Emlyn, born a couple of days ago. Congratulations to he and his wife, Julie, and the family. 3rd child, I believe, 2 girls and a boy now. Now, here's a guy that's looking to get going. Kyle Seager, 224 in July, a homer, 8 runs batted in.
He was out for some early work today.
It could be a big piece for the Mariners here in this month of August with this schedule coming up. Inside, as we mentioned, 4 with Toronto, 3 at Texas, 3 at Houston, 3 at Oakland. Come home for the Dodgers, 3 Houston. Then on the road to finish up the month of August, 3 at Arizona, 2 at San Diego, and then 4 at Oakland again. One pitch. That is going to work. Base hit. Haniger stumbles. They will not make a play. He's in standing at third. Good athletic recovery by Mitch Haniger coming around second. Base hit for Kyle Seager.
And for Kyle, typically he's going to pull the ball, picks up a base hit out to left center field. Like it was a split at 83 miles an hour towards the end of the bat, but you can see it slicing into the outfield. You're right about Haniger too. I thought that he was going to go down about halfway to third, but was able to regain his balance.
Brings up Ryan Hill in a nice situation. 2 outs, runners at the corners, 2-0 lead on the Cruz 2-run homer. Haley late scratch yesterday, stiff lower back. Scott Service said he'd been dealing with it, but he said, and he reminded us the collision he had with Zunino on Sunday couldn't have helped. That was scary. Ryan at 238, 21 homers, 54 runs batted in, coming in off an 0 for 4 on Tuesday.
Told Clippard would go an inning, maybe 2. Already 22 pitches.
Mike Housechild just signed. 28-year-old who was with Texas last year. Runners at the corners.
Challenge him with a fastball at the top of the zone.
2-1 to Healy, whose career 1 for 4 against Tyler Clippard. 8 teams in his 12 years in the big leagues, 2 stints with the Yankees. Originally drafted by them, he's been with the Yankees, Washington, Oakland, the Mets, Arizona, the Yankees again, White Sox, Houston, and Toronto. A lot of luggage tags. 2-1.
.25 pitches in the inning, 16 strikes.
Just joining us, D. Gordon on an 0-1 pitch. Leads off the home first, base hit to center, steals second. Gene Segura with a ground out to second, moves him over. Span strikes out, 2-run homer by Cruz. 2-2. Really nice job to keep it in front. Full count.
I think he was fortunate. That was a split. Barely clearing the grass. Anytime it's that far out in front of home plate, it's difficult to block it.
And that thing's picking up speed too, coming off the mounds. Since the Cruz homer, a walk to Haniger and a base hit Seager, and Healy trying to bring them around. 3-2 pitch. Seager takes off. Fly ball. Got a right field line, getting out of play.
Wasn't sure that he was going to throw him the fastball. Let him change up some splits here in the inning, but it was a fastball on the outside corner.
Healy trying to make something happen here. 3 and 2, 2 outs, and a couple of middleboard. Tyler Clippard in his first start of the season, 9th of his career. 3-2. High fly, staying in the yard. Teoscar Hernandez coming in. Highlight of the inning, a Nelson Cruz 2-run blast on an 0-2 pitch. Gotta love the sound. He hates the look, and she's got a souvenir, and she'll remember that for a while. You got a Nelson Cruz boomstick, baby. 2-0 Mariners. Our viewing pleasure, the Navy Blue Angels warming up for Seafair. And it's impressive. I'll tell you what, sitting there in the gym, and all of a sudden I hear, what was that? Oh, the boys are practicing. A little low-level action here in Seattle. Gonna get your attention.
Want to go for a ride?
I'm good.
Yeah, so am I.
I have the utmost awe and admiration for those cats. I really do. Yangervis Solarte, third baseman. Teoscar Hernandez and Brendan Drury. Against Felix, had a good first inning. Slapped the other way. Beats the shift. Second Toronto base hit. Smoke had a 2-out double in the first.
For Felix in the first, gave the one double to Smoke. 4 batters that he faced, 3 hitters count. Able to work around it.
Hernandez pitching to Hernandez. Felix against Teoscar. Boy, that's a healthy cut. Strike one.
And Felix had a pretty good curveball in the first inning. That curveball 78 on the outside corner. It was up in the zone. Typically in the first he was down the entire inning, which was a good sign. And is struggling in his last 10 games.
Does have 16 homers, second on the club. Inside. We've talked about it over the years. Scott Service talked about it today about Felix Hernandez. You know he's going to compete. He's got a lot of pride. He talked about being embarrassed after that last start. Well, this could be a tremendous opportunity for him to feel good about himself and produce some winning moments here for the Mariners. 2-1.
I thought maybe it was going to be a good matchup for Felix. He's pitched well against the Blue Jays in his career. They have struggled. They're 13th in hitting.
Yeah, they might be the right team. Hopefully the right team at the right time for him, too.
Pitching here at home.
That's Luis Rivera, third base coach. Tim Leiper coaches at first for the Jays.
Still need to command his fastball.
Yeah, the other day and last time out, Anaheim, there was no fastball to speak of.
Well, in the month of July, really, his fastball, unfortunately for him, was in the middle of the plate. And that's the reason why there was such a high average on his fastball. Hitters counts in the middle of the plate. It's not a good combination for anybody.
A lot of hard contact. Mariners in their first meeting with the Blue Jays back on May 8, 9, and 10 took 2 out of 3. Paxton, of course, threw that no-hitter on the 8th. A 3-2 count to Hernandez. Breaking ball. Laced into the gap. Solarte digging for third, and he'll get the stop sign right there. Teoscar Hernandez with his 22nd double sets up Blue Jays in good shape here in the second inning.
Well, it's a hitter's count, and Felix goes with the curveball. Curveball was in the middle of the plate.
Second and third, nobody out here in the second inning.
Infield is back.
Here's Brendan Drury. Traded from Arizona to the Yankees. He thought he had third base locked up, then he got sick. They had some issues out there, severe migraines. He got sent to Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and then Miguel Andujar took over and pretty much has not relinquished that spot for the Yankees. And then Drury became expendable and part of the Jay Happ deal. 1-0 pitch. Popped up, playable. Here's Healy. One out here in the second.
Big out for Felix.
Sure is. Bring up the catcher, Luke Mailey.
Mailey hitting .234 on the year.
First pitch, ball 1.
Missing with the changeup.
Mailey having a good year offensively. Career best in runs and hits, doubles and RBIs. Wanted that one a little bit low. Happy 73rd birthday wishes to Gordon. He's out. Took a family picture at the Dave Niehaus statue. That's him, number 1. Evan Costello fans, no doubt. 3-0. Felix walks and the base is loaded. His first walk. That brings up Devin Travis, the second baseman.
Travis hitting .238 with 6 home runs.
Right now, Felix would love to dial up a double play ground ball, get out of this jam here in the second inning. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Mariners, no runs, 3 hits for the Jays. First pitch, breaking ball in there for strike.
Started him with the curveball.
Single, double, pop-up walk. Bases are loaded. 0-1 pitch. Trying to chase that. Zunino keeps it in front. Good job there. 0-2. Toronto, the bases loaded this season. Hitting at .278 with 5 home runs. Kings Court. Good showing tonight. You know that makes Felix feel good. 0-2 pitch here now. Time is called.
And typically for Felix, when he wants to get the ground ball, he will go to his changeup, and it's been a couple of changeups here in this at bat.
Here comes the 0-2. There's your ground ball, gets by Seager. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the second runner, and a play at the plate. The ball's cut off. Solarte scores, Hernandez scores, and we got a 2-2 ball game. 2-run single, Devin Travis gives him RBIs 25 and 26.
Primera Supermo. Looks like it's a pretty good pitch. Down in the zone. He gets the ground ball. Just out of the reach of Kyle at third. And under his glove.
The top of the order, Curtis Granderson. Grandy Man struck out for first time, opening up the ball game. We're at .259 hitter against Felix, a couple home runs. Bailey at second, Travis at first. 0-2.
Felix has a good two-seam fastball today. That fastball at 90 again, right at the bottom of the zone.
Flips that one out of play. Trying to hold it right here at a 2-2 ball game. 0-2 pitch to Granderson. Chop foul.
Next pitch will be 40 for Felix. Stottlemyre watching. 21 pitches in the inning.
Just here in the second inning. 0-2. Fouled off. Foul balls. Mounting. Boston beat the Yankees 15-7, first of 4 in Fenway. A's have the night off. Atlanta wins at the Mets 4-2. Phillies 5-2 over Miami. Pitch blocked by Zunino. 1-2. Colorado Ball Club lost at St. Louis this afternoon 3-2. They started the day a game off the pace behind Arizona and the Dodgers. But right now Felix got some pressing matters here. 1-2 pitch. 2-2.
7 pitches in the at bat. Missed with the fastball down out of the strike zone.
Nobody throwing yet, but stirring in the Mariner bullpen. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Out number 2. He needed that. Second time he's got Granderson swinging. Counting for both strikeouts in the ball game. 2 outs.
8 pitches in the at bat. This again is going to be down. The curveball. Just off the inside corner.
Randall Grichuk, center fielder, popped out to D. Gordon, the second baseman. .68 degrees, 20 degrees Celsius. Wind out of the south at 1 mile an hour here at Safeco Field. 0-1. Ball 1 to Grichuk. Justin Smoke's on deck. Broken bat pop-up. D. Gordon coming in. That'll do it. 7 men to the plate. 2 runs on 3 hits. A couple left. New ball game at 2-2. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Amtrak Cascades. What a beautiful way to travel. Visit AmtrakCascades.com. And by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 191, investing in our future. So our buddy Daniel Carroll, our Twitter buddy, holding up the sign right there. How'd it go, Danny? Well, this is the night for the bullpen for the Toronto Blue Jays. Tyler Clippard, he did his time, and now Mike Housechild joins the fray. 28 years old, out of Dayton, Ohio, by way of the University of Dayton. He's a Dayton Flyer.
4 appearances for the Rangers last year. 7 strikeouts in the 8 innings that he was able to work.
Big guy at 6'3", 210. He's got Mike Zunino. Strike 1 to Mike. Zunino, Maben, and D. Gordon. Zunino, a .226 hitter in the month of July. 1 homer, 4 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch here.
He's really been swinging the bat well over his last 5 games. Home run, a couple of doubles.
Chasing there. 2-1. Mel Stoudemire giving some intel to Phillies what he's seen in his first 2 innings. 7 men to the plate in the second inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, tied it up here at 2-2. And holding on his Miller. Strikeout for Housechild.
Pretty good breaking ball.
1 away. That's his first strikeout. Cameron Maben will take his spot here. Hey, the Mariners and Blue Jays series, it continues tomorrow and Saturday at 7:10, followed by a 1:10 matinee on Sunday. On Saturday, Mariners lefty from Ladner, BC, James Paxton takes the mound against these Bluebirds. Remaining seats, better go get them. Catch all the action at Mariners.com. Cameron Maben could not be more thrilled being here in Seattle. He's a lot more rested today. Yesterday, playing yesterday afternoon's game, he got it. Finally put his head down on his pillow at 3:45 and then got here to the ballpark. He was so tired around the 5th inning. He said he was seeing spots in his eyes as he was trying to get adjusted. He hadn't been here at Safeco Field since last year with Houston. But the background was different. He was adjusting to that. You know, like when you go to the optometrist and you get those drops, and he was seeing those kinds of spots. But he said he got a couple of meals and some rest, and look, it paid off right here with a base hit.
Well, he had a couple of walks yesterday and scored a run. A solid line drive for him. Hitting 9th in the lineup this evening.
I like what he said too. He said, "I'm going to give you some quality at bats and grind it out like Span. Take a lot of pitches and work counts."
Bit of a leg kick. Good extension.
Swung the bat well his last few games dating back to June 1, hitting it 267 after a slow start with Miami. Top of the order, here's D. Gordon. And at third is Solarte. As D looks at ball 1. D with a base hit the center, stolen base, and a run scored. Scored on the Cruz. Mammoth home run, upper tank, left field.
Maile, pretty good catch and throw catcher, good defensive catcher. He's thrown out 31% of base stealers this year coming into the game. D. Gordon with a stolen base. He's 26. Maben wants to try it.
Maben 8 out of 13 in base stealing with the Miami Ball Club. Part-time player. And 3-0 count here to D. Tell you what, there's 3 fast guys right there. Maben, Gordon, and Segura, and Span. That's 4 speed guys. Back to back to back. .30 to Gordon. There's a strike. 3-1. I know one thing, if the Mariners were to have a postseason basketball team, D. Gordon's a point guard, and Maben's going to be your 3-man. He was a 2-man, played the 2 spot in high school. 3-1 pitch. And ball 4, so you got 2 really fast runners on base here for Gene Segura. Good setup here for the Mariners. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. See if the number 4 hitter in the American League can make something happen. A couple of men out there for him. Productive out, grounding out to second. D. Gordon at second base moved him up with to third with 1 out.
He hit the ball hard to the right side for Gene. Picks up a lot of hits, uses the entire field.
We're in the month of August. Robinson Cano will be back eligible with the ball club on the 14th at Oakland. Talk to Scott Service about that. He has spoken to Robbie. Said Robbie's in good spirits, working out at first and third base. That'll be a nice bat to have back in the lineup for the rest of the regular season. He's ineligible, as you know, for the playoffs. 1-1. 2-1. Good count for Gene. There's John Gibbons.
Thought that last pitch was a strike and probably should have been called a strike, but a good count now at 2-1. Great fastball right at the bottom of the zone.
Fly ball right field, backing up Granderson. Tagging is Maben, and he'll ease into third with 2 down. Sets it up for Denard Span. 2 out, runners at the corners. Span first time up, struck out on a 1-2 pitch at the hands of Tyler Clippard.
I saw a couple of splits down out of the strike zone.
Clippard 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk and a strikeout. 28 pitches, 18 strikes. Couple of big alleys out there for Span. They don't play him too deep left field or center field. He swings through, strike 1.
The Mariners are 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. That 1 hit was the home run by Nelson Cruz. 2-run home run.
Child, long hold. Throw over first. D. Gordon back safely. D with a stolen base in the first inning is 26th.
We have the speed of Maben at third. If he decides to steal, and that is Gordon if he decides to steal, one of Maley will throw it down to second base.
D bluffs and a pitch swing on, popped up. Drury, the shortstop, gives way to the left fielder Hernandez. That'll do it. Mariners leave 2 in the second in the 2-2 ball game. far, 2 runs on 4 hits, a couple of strikeouts. As the Mariners gave him an early lead, he gave it right back. Now to the third. Let's see if he can get a shutdown working here. He's got 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Justin Smoke leads off. He got a double on a 3-1 pitch straightaway center field.
Smoke with 17 home runs on the year.
Little dribbler. Felix from underhand. He Healy one away. Hey, a quick note to our Canadian friends. When you enter Washington, you're entering a state of imagination. Thanks to Washington's lottery. Hey, play today, huh? Kendrys Morales. A lot of Blue Jay fans here. Got here early. Gates open, and here they come.
Let's go see Felix get a quick out. 46 pitches to get through the first 2 innings.
I don't think that was on the drawing board. Ground out by Morales. Short right field where D. Gordon is stationed once again, joined by Segura.
Seager had been playing in, but he'll move back to the normal shortstop position.
Two and one. Healy's going to take it. Felix covers. Didn't have to worry about the speed of Morales. They'll exchange a couple of words. Good-natured rivalry and friendship. And meet Mitch Haniger. Less than a week left to donate to Fred Hutch. For your chance to meet the Mariners star right fielder, visit fredhutch.org/give. Terrific young player, Mitch Haniger, an all-star. 18 homers, 69 runs batted in. Here's Yangervis Solarte, base hit to left. He scored on a Travis double. Get well wishes to Forrest Hoisington of Vancouver, Washington, recovering from an appendectomy. He was in the process of doing a tour of as many baseball parks as he could get to, and most recently was following the Mariners in Anaheim, and he got sick, and it was a heck of a lot worse than the stomach ache he originally thought it was. So get well quick.
Yes.
To Forrest.
Soon.
Ball and a strike here to Solarte. 2 out, nobody on. Breaking ball inside.
Felix has had a pretty good curveball. Able to use his changeup. His fastball command has been much better in his previous 3 outings.
Hung that one. Here's Maben, though, right there. A 1-2-3 inning. Felix needed just 10 pitches. Pretty much what the doctor ordered right there. 2-2 ball game. young in there. Gotta like that. Time for AT&T achieving more. How about Nelson Cruz? Last 6 games, look at this. 325 homers, 9 ribbies, and slugging at 960. Beautiful. Housechild, first pitch. Ball 1. Cruz, Haniger, and Seager, middle part of the order.
Well, there's nothing cheap about any one of the 5 home runs that he's hit in the last 6 games.
Slicing drive, center field, and being taken care of by Grichuk. The 1 away. Housechild with the Rangers last year. Part of the bullpen by committee here tonight. Second time on this road trip they've started boys out of the pen. Jay Happ, that spot gone. He's with the Yankees now and on the DL with foot, hand, and mouth disease. It's like Noah Syndergaard of the Mets. 2-0.
Haniger with a walk his first time up. Now 52 walks on the year.
Fouls this one off.
356 on base percentage for Haniger.
Played a good right field. He's spent a few games in center field. Just very good athlete, very good outfielder.
And the good news too again is he struggled in July, but first month that he really struggled and continued to take his walks and get on base, and there's a base hit.
Just off the glove of Travis, so a 1-out base runner for the Mariners.
And that will bring up Kyle Seager, who had a base hit his first time up. Base hit in the left. As we take a look at the base hit for Haniger now. He's been on base a couple of times. The high leg kick.
Time to get this Mariner offense cranking again. Athletics come a long way, going 30-10 their last 40 games. Mariners in that same span going 18-20. A's during that span scoring 225 runs. The Mariners 141. Let's see if they can get it turned around.
It's a good opportunity for the offense. The Blue Jays in town have struggled this year. And we move on to Texas. Always a good ballpark to hit in.
Especially Seager. He's got fabulous numbers down there. And you just think there's too much talent on this team to continue at the rate that they went in the month of July.
Yeah, I think you really have to look at the first 3 months of the year.
Absolutely.
I think that they're going to get closer to that than what they did in July.
One of the keys is Kyle Seager. 228. We're not used to seeing him down in that neighborhood.
You mentioned Robbie coming back to the club on the 14th, being able to play on the 14th, which is the second game, I believe, in Oakland.
Correct.
But since then, Kyle has been the left-handed power in the lineup. 16 home runs on the year. Be careful. Ryan Healy waiting.
Rio. And him swinging away. And they turn 2. Nothing in grudge for the Mariners in a 2-2 game, 3rd inning. the second best arm is in space. It's the Shuttle Remote Manipulator System, also known as Canadarm, a series of robotic arms that were used on the Space Shuttle orbiters. How about this? People who walked on the... Oh, boy. That's pretty good. And the best Canadian in baseball is a Mariner. Well, we love our neighbors to the north.
James will be on the mound on Saturday against the Jays.
Top of the fourth, Teoscar Hernandez double to left center field. Free swinger, fouls one back. Hernandez, Drury, and Maley.
Another good two-seam fastball from Felix.
How do you rate his fastball so far tonight in terms of velo, in terms of command?
His velocity has been fine. His average this year is 89, and we've seen 90 a number of times, but he's been right about his average fastball. But the thing I like about it is he has some really good late movement to his fastball. It's like a good two-seamer, and he's done that. Stayed on the corners and at the bottom of the strike zone. Talking about some of the struggles in July and his hitters counts and having to be in the middle of the plate, which has hurt him. But I think the other thing that's helped him tonight, too, is he looks like he has a pretty good curveball. Something he did not have against the Angels, just could not find it.
That was last Saturday. 2 2/3 at Anaheim in an 11-5 loss. 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. As I look back on my score sheet, too many, to what you both addressed, too much hard contact. I have a whole bunch of HHs, hit hards next to.
It seemed that there was a lot of 2-0 counts, and I think the biggest reason why is missing with the fastball on a first pitch. Typically, he'll try to get back in the count with his curveball, but he just didn't have any bite to the curveball. And that'll be a fair ball down the line.
Span will get it back in. And what a night for Hernandez already. Teoscar with a couple of doubles. This coming on a 2-2 pitch, as did his second inning double to left center.
Well, we'll see where Mike sets up. The fastball is going to be on the inside corner at the knees. And Mike was set up on the inside corner. That skipped off the bag.
Nice work. Jensen Visconti, third base umpire. Pretty nimble down there.
Got service out of the dugout. In conversation with the home plate umpire.
So the go-ahead run at second base. Tim Timmons, he's home plate umpire tonight. Brendan Drury popped out first base. Ryan Healy.
And there's the breaking ball. He was trying to do that against the Angels, but it just wasn't there for him. Felix, even after the start, you could tell he was frustrated and called it his worst start. Much better today.
And it gets through. Zunino can't find it. Advancing to third is Teoscar Hernandez. Fastball.
But it was a fastball. I think he was crossed up. He was just trying to frame it. Borderline down. He tried to frame it and went right off the end of his glove. It's rare to see that happen to Mike.
I'll bring the infield up close. 1-1 pitch coming to Drury. And his Toronto debut on the 27th of last month puts it in play, foul. One and two. Mariners got their runs. First inning, big blast of a home run by Nelson Cruz, his 27th, his 65th, and 66th RBIs. That was in the first inning. In the Toronto second, a 2-run single by Devin Travis. Felix with 2 strikeouts. The third would be nice here. 2-2. 2 strikeouts. He's had Curtis Granderson twice, the swing and miss. Drury at AAA Scranton in the Yankee system after he was recovering from severe migraines. He had 294. This kid can play a multitude of positions. Here's 2-2. Full count.
Missing with a couple of changeups. Pretty obvious with Felix too. The one thing that he probably really worked on was keeping the ball down in the strike zone. He's been able to do that for the most part today with his fastball, his changeup, and his curveball.
Nobody out. Runner at third in a 2-2 game. 3-2 pitch to Drury. Walked him. Second. He lost track of the count. And freebie. So runners at the corners now. And that's going to bring up Luke Maley, the catcher.
Maley hitting 8th in the lineup. Segura and Gordon playing back for the double play.
Felix in a jam here. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Inside to Maley. So they defend. Mariners hoping to get a double play here. Well, sees something he doesn't like. Wants to break this bad little piece of momentum here. Negative momentum that Felix is going through right now. Walk to Drury and now 2-0 to Maley. Travis is on deck. He got the 2-run single. His first time up.
Well, Felix missed with a couple of fastballs to start this at bat. Talking to Mel over the years, he rarely goes out there and talks about mechanics to his pitcher. Just give him some positive thoughts. Talk about how they're going to get out of the inning. We'll see if Felix tries to locate a fastball or tries to get back in the count with this curveball. He's had a good curveball this evening.
Leadoff double down the left field line by Teoscar Hernandez. Pass ball, the 7th of the season for Zunino, and a walk. And now runners at the corners here, top of the 4th in a 2-2 game. 2 runs on 5 hits for both teams. 2-0 pitch. Make it 3-0.
Missing with the fastball.
Anxiety could be creeping in right here. As long as a loss of command.
Also throwing a lot of pitches, 70 pitches.
We're only in the 4th. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. And Maven and Haniger playing pretty much straight up. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball. Seager got the runner hung up between third and home. Seager with the tag. Nicely done. Well executed.
.525 fielder's choice.
That was well done.
Yes. Not letting the runners move up another base and getting me out.
Double plays in order, can get out of it. Sam Tuivalala. Big right-hander, impressive in his debut a couple of days ago. Travis fouls it off.
Sam showed a pretty good fastball, 94 to 96 miles an hour.
How about that
slider
letter
curveball?
And that letter high fastball had some giddy up on it. Travis now 2 for 7 against Felix. Fly ball towards the 376. Span running out of room, feeling for the wall. He's there, makes the catch. Beautifully done by Denard Span. 2 down. Another fine defensive play by Denard Span. As we take another look via our Coors Light refreshing finish.
Towering fly ball out toward the Mariners bullpen, and see him left hand out reaching for the wall. Doesn't want to get too close to it if he has to jump.
Saved a throw. Oh man, he had a good squeeze on that.
Didn't notice that the first time.
Whoa, he's got strong hands. It's a good thing.
Romero Supermo, he jumps up and
had it all the way.
Almost off the heel of the glove.
1-1 to Curtis Granderson, who's twice struck out. Denard Span with a fine addition. And Curtis Granderson, one of the finest gentlemen you'll ever meet in any walk of life. John Gibbons said, Simsy, I can tell you he's the real deal. We haven't even screwed him up. He said he's the best. Probably see him get picked up by a contending team in the next few weeks. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Felix, that pitch count is mounting. This will be pitch number 79 as we play here in the fourth. A 2-2 pitch here to Granderson. And a comeback. So Granderson, an 0 for 3 tonight. Man, did Felix survive that one to the home fourth in a 2-2 game. SafeGo.com. Do more. And by Columbia Winery. Join the Mariners in Columbia in supporting and celebrating Washington Wine Month this August. That's a great cause right there. Out on the Puget Sound here. 2-2 ball game. Felix Hernandez, a lot of pitches, but he's got it at a 2-2 ball game as we go bottom four. See Healy, Zunino, and Maben bottom third of the order. Healy flying out to left field his first time up. This is Mike Housechild on relief of Tyler Clippard. It's a night for the bullpen for these Blue Jays.
This will be his third inning of work. Tyler Clippard started the game, just going 1 inning. Pretty good pitching by Felix. First and third, nobody out to get out of the inning.
Healy out in front, 0-2 here. Blue Jays were 15-10 in the month of April. Then they went south in May. They went 9-19. It's been a struggle ever since. 14-12 in June, 9-15 in July. And they have been just abused by Oakland. All 7 games they lost. 3-10 against Boston, 4-9 against the Yankees. They did, however, wear out or are wearing out Baltimore at 9-1 season series. Goes off Luke Maley. Mariners looking for a big turnaround here in the month of August. They're going to be playoff bound. They're going to need it. The opportunity is there, and again, Cano will be coming back on the 14th.
That'll be a big lift for him.
Yes, indeed. Felix can get some momentum. Good, strong performance, and hopefully a W here tonight. That would be really big. Marco Gonzalez having an outstanding year. Paxton doing well. He's got a 2-2 count here. Billy just a $198. He did have hit 5 home runs, drove in 14 runs in July. 2-2. Look out.
Off speed pitch. It was 80 miles an hour. Could have been the shoulder. Mariners had a runner on base in every inning. He scored the 2 runs in the first and turns away from it.
I'm glad to see he can smile. Really coming off missing yesterday with a tight back. Here's Mike Zunino. He was the first hitter for Housechild, and he struck out, leading off the second.
That's what he started him with the fastball, and then it was a couple of breaking balls out of the strike zone. Pick up the strikeout.
Left fielder playing very deep. Hernandez and Grichuk, center fielder, about 3-4 steps towards right field. Big gap between the left fielder and center field. And Mike goes that way. Base hit. That'll work. First and second. Good to see Zunino checking in with a knock.
He's been hot lately. Showed the numbers over his last 5 games, hitting .333 with a home run, a couple of doubles.
Thanks to KeyBank, all kids 14 and under, they can have the opportunity of a lifetime when they take a lap around the bases right here at Safeco Field. Your next chance to do so is Sunday after the Mariners take on these Blue Jays at 1:10. So get your tickets for the whole family at Mariners.com.
Good adjustment by Mike Zunino. It looked as if he was looking for the off-speed pitch. Maven with a line drive base hit his first time up.
Second hit as a Mariner. He hit 251 at Miami. Breaking ball for a strike. Housechild just activated before the game. Darnell Sweeney was sent out. Shows bunt, and they've been behind now, 0-2. On deck, D. Gordon. Been on base twice. And back safely, Healy. Good read.
So Maven has hit the ball hard a couple of times. Not much luck. Line drive right at the shortstop. Good reaction by Healy.
Nice job by Healy. Let's see if D can make something happen. 2 on and 1 out. In at third is Solarte. Inside the deep ball 1. Solarte, Drury, Travis, and Smoke the infield for the Jays, with Hernandez, Grichuk, and Granderson in the outfield, with Maley behind the plate. 1-0. That will drift foul.
Out in front of a changeup.
D has been such a terrific offensive generator here for the Mariner Ball Club. But a very good second base.
Hitting .289 overall.
One pitch. Worked inside and missed. 2-1.
Fastball inside a couple of times. The circle change.
Two-run homer by Cruz in the first, two-run double by Travis in the second, the scoring to this point. 2-1. There's your singles leader.
A couple of Mariners at the top of the list.
Altuve possibly could be back in action this weekend, which means we'll see him when we get down to Houston on Thursday. 2-2. Slap foul. I'll be curious to see if Adrian Beltre will still be
with the Rangers.
With the Rangers when we get there for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday action. Got to pass through waivers, but he was quoted as saying, hey, he doesn't mind staying in Texas, but he wouldn't mind being on a contender either. Remember talking to him earlier in the year. He figures one more year he wants to give it a shot. 2-2 to D. And awkward swing. He's gone. For out number 2.
Another off-speed pitch to be down and in off the plate. A breaking ball. We'll bring up Segura. Segura 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out in the flyout.
Productive out that first at bat, that's for sure. Moved the runner Gordon from second to third with 1 out. D2's got a lot of area out there to aim for. As Millie makes a nice stop. Ball 1. Gene taking some time. Same with Housechild. Missed outside. So good count. Gene's ahead 2-0.
His fastball's been 90 to 92 miles an hour.
Here we go. 2-0 to Gene. Breaking ball hit foul.
Span waiting on deck.
Middle back end of this homestand for the Mariners. They go 1-2 against Houston, 4 against Toronto, then head a road trip to Texas, Houston, and Oakland. Really big games. Figuring this time around against Houston, there probably will be a Verlander sighting. He didn't pitch in just completed series. 2-1.
You mentioned Altuve. I wonder how close Correa is going to be.
And Springer too. Don't forget he got hurt diving for that triple the other night.
We saw Correa working out the last day that they were in town here. He's out at shortstop, moving around, looked pretty good.
But Marwin Gonzalez showed up again. Big numbers against the Mariners. Gene's got the count at 2-2. 2 outs, 2 on. 2-2 ball game. Man, swing and a miss. Housechild with a big pitch. His third strikeout, strands 2 to the 5th inning here at Safeco Field.
Sports Desk, wondering how you are repping the hometown 9. Use the hashtag #WhereIRoot, and we'll try to get your photos on the air. Adam is at Edgar's Cantina with some buds. I'm assuming he means his friends, not beers. And then David, Red Sox or Yankees, he says neither. Go Mariners. He's in Boston. The hashtag again to use is #WhereIRoot. And Anne Marie checking in from Mount Rainier National Park. It is absolutely gorgeous up there again. I was up there on a Mariners day off recently, and it's not a hard hike, but it's an absolutely gorgeous one. Guys, back to you.
You can make it as hard as you want to make it, Ange. I can tell you that. 1-0 pitch to Grichuk. 1-1. Grichuk has twice popped up to D. Gordon. It's a great picture. A couple of weeks. Last time we were at home, we came back, and as Angie talked about, great picture she posted with Shannon Dreher. They in separate hikes and ran into each other. Ran here. That was pretty cool. 2-1 to Grichuk. 2-3-4 in the order here in the 5th. Smoke and Morales to follow.
Poor Felix, he's had to throw a lot of pitches to get through the first 4 innings.
Do you say he's in survival mode or what? How would you categorize?
No, I don't think so. I think that, you know, he's I like his concentration. I think he's trying to make quality pitches with all the pitches he's thrown tonight. He's had a pretty good curveball, but I like the fact that he's not giving in and throwing the fastball in the middle of the plate. There's a breaking ball. He's only had 1 clean inning. That was the 3rd, a 1-2-3 third. So he's had runners in scoring position, and he's just trying to pitch around, including last inning where he had 1st and 3rd and nobody out, but was able to get out of the inning.
2-2. Segura's got a plant and throw. Nice dig. Oh, and he got him. Big play. Well done. Nice job by Segura and Healy on the dig.
Well, he has plenty of arm. Plants and a strong throw across the diamond. A little bit of help from Healy. Good pick.
What a fine year for Healy at first base, and Segura won't be here a while at shortstop, and that's a good thing to know. This one popped up. Easy play for Span. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. They get ready to belt out the lyrics to some of your favorite songs with thousands of fellow Mariner fans at Sing-Along Fireworks Night presented by T-Mobile. It all takes place Friday, August 17th. After the Mariners host the LA Dodgers at 7:10. Great seats remain at Mariners.com. But Brian Dozier getting to the ball game late last night. His new team, the Dodgers, hit a home run. Became an instant favorite in that clubhouse.
That'll work.
There's Morales, ground out to second, ground out to first. One to Kendricks. Morales in his 12th year in the big league. Swing and a miss.
Another good curveball. Next pitch will be 90 for Felix. Nobody getting loose in either bullpen.
Ball and 2 strikes. 2-2. Morales with the Mariners, 156 games in a 13 season. Came back for 59 games in a 14 season, and total 30 home runs and 104 runs batted in for the Mariners. 2-2.
Missed with the fastball down, and then missed with the changeup down out of the strike zone.
Morales starting his career with the Angels, had a huge year in 09. 34 homers and 108 RBIs, finished 5th in the MVP vote. 3-2. Breaking ball popped up. Span backing up, giving a little ground. He's there, and a good inning for Felix. Fine play by the shortstop Segura and first baseman Healy. A couple fly balls. And here come your boys that are going to be swinging a bat. Span, Cruz, and Haniger trying to break a 2-2 tie. BSB Brown Sugar Bourbon. You can't spell baseball without BSB. Look at that. Taking no prisoners, comma. The last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup, the Montreal Canadiens in 1993, La Habitants. Boy, I remember watching them in the 70s and 80s. Some great teams as they were ready, putting in his 2 cents. As Felix and Elias listen to Mel Stoudemire. Here you go, Denard Span 0 for 2.
Felix over 90 pitches. Adam Warren getting loose.
Travis on the backhand throws out Span. Well, here's the man responsible for the 2 Mariner runs. Hit a huge home run on an 0-2 pitch we speak of. Nelson Cruz, as he'll face Mike Housechild for the first time. For the second time, beg your pardon. Flied out to right center in the 3rd. Ball 1. Being very careful. 2-0. Nelson Cruz, Mariners up to right, a hot bat. Nelson Cruz and Robbie Cano when he comes back to get into the playoffs. It's outside.
Well, Nelson has been hot. 5 home runs in the last 6 games for Nelson. That was 27 home runs on the year.
Swung through, full count. The middle, second baseman Travis right there. We've seen so many base hits taken away because of the shift. That second baseman playing right up the middle. 2 down. Time now for our Geico This Day in MLB history. Taking back to 82. Ricky Henderson steals his 100th bag of the season. Becomes the first player to steal 100 bases in a year. Twice since 1900. Going to get 130 stolen bases in 82. Great Hall of Famer, the greatest leadoff man ever, Ricky Henderson. Bounce foul by Haniger.
Good night for Haniger. Has a walk and a base hit. And a nice bounce back for Felix. Adam Warren ready to go in the pen. Felix at 92 pitches, so that will be it for him.
Haniger got a battle here behind 0-2. Felix shirt out. Breathing a sigh of relief. Put up some pretty decent numbers. 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks, 92 pitches. Well struck center field. Gritchick runs it down. 1-2-3 to the Mariners. Still locked up at 2-2. fans in town here at Safeco Field. Felix Hernandez, boy, this is a critical start. What'd you think of his 5 innings of work?
Well, I thought overall it was much better for him. His fastball command was good. He had his curveball back, which he did not have against the Angels. That was good to see. 5 innings, 5 hits, a couple of runs they were earning. In that situation, he was just really close to getting out of that inning with a double play ball. Ended up driving in 2 runs in that inning, but 92 pitches, 51 strikes.
Our Beacon Plumbing call to the pen brings one of the newest members of the Mariners, Adam Warren, coming over from the Yankees.
25 appearances on the year, a 2.61 ERA, 38 strikeouts in 31 innings. The opponent's hitting .229 against Adam Warren. Warren, fastball slider, his average fastball this year at 92 miles an hour. His second appearance with the Mariners.
Made his debut on Wednesday, pitched a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, walked 1, and struck out 1. He'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the order. And Gervis Solarte to lead off, followed by Teoscar Hernandez and Brendan Drury. The Warren trade was made. I got a text from longtime friend and broadcaster Susan Loveman from the Yankee broadcast team. Says, you better take care of that guy. He's the nicest human being on earth. If you don't, I'm gonna kick your butt.
Pretty good pitcher too.
Yeah. Can fill multiple roles as he gets quick out here. He can go short, he can go medium, he can go long, start him if you have to.
Throw strikes. Good sinking fastball to go along with the slider.
Got just a little bit of depth in that Yankee pen, although it wasn't helpful tonight. Boston put it on him big time, 15-7. They had an 8-run, I think it was the 5th inning. And Steve Pearce, one of the guys jettisoned by this Blue Jay ball club, hit three home runs. There's Hernandez. He's had a night. Hard hit double left center field. Hard hit double down the line in the 4th. Adam Warren in his 7th year in the big leagues. Came up through the Yankee system, went to the Cubs briefly in the 16 season, then came right back to the Yankees. Career mark of 23-22, 6'1", 224. Out of New Bern High School in New Bern, North Carolina. So he and Maben, both North Carolina boys, as is Kyle Seager.
Warren trying to pitch him down and away, and he's missed. It's the 1 strike, which was right on the outside corner.
New Bern, I'm told, middle of the state, about 30-40 miles east of the Atlantic, west of the Atlantic. And that one sneaks through. D. Gordon, good hustle. And that's going to be a base hit. 3 for 3 night for Teoscar Hernandez. 1-out base runner here in the 6th. Hey, Mariner fans, save time and money when you use the Link Light Rail to come to your next Mariners game. It's both affordable and convenient with Safeco Field, just 15 minutes from the UW station and 33 from Angle Lake. For more information, visit mariners.com/go. Mariners looking for their first double play of the night. Brendan Drury, the hitter, popped out the first and walked. Strike 1. Drury and Warren, teammates with the Yankees just a week or so ago.
Mariners straight up on the infield.
Fouled off. Warren, early in his career, started 17 games back in the 15 season, went 7-7. He's got the edge right here, 0-2. Nelson Cruz, 2-run homer. Devin Travis 2-run single. Those are the scoring plays tonight. Sixth game for Drury since coming over to the Jays. And strike 3 call, brings him up. Didn't like the call by Tim Timmons. 2 down.
Pretty good pitch on the inside corner at the knees.
Long discussion. Get Sounder Train and Link Light Rail tickets right to your phone. Paying is easy with the Transit Go Ticket app. 2 outs here in the 6th. Brings up Luke Maley, walk and reach on a fielder's choice. The ground ball to third with runners at the corners. And Healy, check that Seager was able to get Hernandez in a rundown, and I got out number 1. That was back in the 4th inning. Big play.
Warren has a pretty good slider tonight. Slider at 85 miles an hour. That one on the outside corner. And right back with a fastball at 92. Mixing it up.
And David Phelps lockering next to each other. They came up in the pinstripe system. Phelps, of course, Tommy John surgery with the ball club working out. But it's a shame he suffered that injury. Had thrown the ball well a few times during spring training.
Zach Duke, left-hander, starting to get loose. Getting ready for Granderson, leadoff hitter for the Jays.
2 outs man at first, 2-2 ball game. Once again, Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first in a 2-2 game. Pitch from Warren. Way outside, full count. Maley's seen a 3-ball count in each of his plate appearances tonight. Here we go, 3-2. Hernandez takes off. The pitch is up high, ball 4.
All of a sudden lost the strike zone. 16 pitches, 9 strikes for Warren.
Second time Maley's walked tonight. Brings up Devin Travis, 1 for 2, knocked in 2 runs. Second inning. Look out.
Late swing on the fastball, 93 at the top of the zone.
Well, this sure is a different look. Blue Jay Ball Club. Mac, you good? Stay alive down there. Atta
He's
baby.
good, yeah.
Josh Donaldson on the DL. Kevin Pillar, Aaron Sanchez, Troy Tulowitzki. Edwin Encarnacion now plays for Cleveland. Batista's with the Mets. Bautista's with the Mets. 1-1. Trying to stymie this 2-out 6th inning threat by Toronto. Needs a strike.
So I'm just struggling with his command. Last 3 sliders that he has thrown have been well off the plate away. Blue Jays are 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 86. Curtis Granderson's on deck. And Zach Duke out in the Mariner pen ready if need be, if Warren can't close out this inning. Couple aboard, 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2-2 ball game. Pitch fouled off.
Good fastball in on his hand. See if he goes back to the slider.
We'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
It was the slider.
Runner's going to be on the move here. Warren needs to execute a quality pitch here. 3-2. Runners take their lead. They move, and a pitch fouled off.
Back to the slider at the top of the zone. This will be his last hitter, I would think, with Granderson, the left-hander, waiting.
Long at bat trying to retire Devin Travis.
This will be the 8th pitch.
3-2, runners go. Swing and a miss. He got him. He labored, but it comes through. Adam Warren with a big strikeout, strands 2 as we go to the home 6th. Ball game. We need more of this. First inning, 0-2 pitch, man aboard with 2 outs. Nelson Cruz, kaboom! That's his 27th home run, RBI 65 and 66. About 5-6 rows from leaving the ballpark, and easiest souvenir she'll ever get.
5 home runs in the last 6 games for Nelson.
Part of an offense that just scuffled through the month of July.
That was 1 for 2. Got a base hit in the left field, hit into a double play.
And right to the second baseman. Travis in the shift. One away.
Bring up Ryan Healy. Ryan was hit by a pitch his last time up, hit the shoulder. And maybe a changeup. It's 80 miles an hour.
Mariners come into tonight's game 6th in the American League in batting, 11th in runs per game, 6th in hits, 10th in homers, 14th batting average runners in scoring position at 252. 14th, that's in of the 30 teams. They were top 6 for a long time this season.
Zach Duke still throwing in the pen for the Mariners.
Healy hits it sharply. Easy play, Drury. 2 down. Mariners with 2 runs on 3 hits in the first inning, 3 hits since then. MLB At Bat is your #1 Mariners app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season and get Mariners home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. So download MLB At Bat today. And as we start to make the move towards a stretch drive, that is going to be really important to have that as Zunino swings through a breaking ball. 2 outs on 3 pitches prior to that, offering to Zunino.
Mike had a base hit his last time up.
2-2 ball game, bottom of the 6th. Mike behind quickly, 0-2. Child outside, ball 1. Ball 2, 2-2. Oakland A's are off tonight. They host Detroit tomorrow. Mariners and the Athletics in a virtual tie. AL West second place, bounced up there. They had Zunino 0-2. Mike has got it to 3-2. See if he can cash it in here. Cameron Maben's on deck.
See if he makes a mistake in the middle of the plate. Mike with 13 home runs on the year. Juan Nicasio also getting loose in the pen with Zach Duke.
(3-2) here to Zunino. Long run for Grichuk, slicing drive, base of the fence. Zunino shuts it down, a hope for a long, loud single.
Probably a good idea. Strong throw back into second base. 1-hop strike. Pretty good swing from Mike. One of the keys, we've talked about him over the last 5 games. Now 6 games. Hot hitting. Typically he's going to think the other way, and it works out for him. Inside out swing. Like a 2-seam fastball.
That ended a run of 8 consecutive hitters retired by Mike Housechild.
Maben's hit the ball hard both times. Had a base hit in the second. He lined out to the shortstop in the 4th.
Tall, rangy, 6'3", 215-pounder. Tim Timmons on the case there. 0-2. Even 31 years old. Broke in the big leagues at age 20 with the Tigers back in 07. What a take that was. 1-2. Last year with the Angels and the Astros. He got a ring. 21 games with the Houston Astros. Hit a couple of home runs. He reminded me of here in Seattle. One against Emilio Pagan and one down the right field line against Edwin Diaz. Ball 2 strikes.
Nice pitch.
Well, he said he wanted to be a taller right-handed version of Denard Span, giving quality at bats to this ball club. And he's already done that this game and debut yesterday. Chokes up on the bat, 2-2 pitch. Got the count full here. Zunino can take off. 3-2 pitch coming up with D. Gordon on deck. Z-Man takes off and strike 3 called. That'll do it. We go to the 7th. Still tied at 2.
You're here at the Ford Sports Desk. Not sure if you know this, but go ahead, check your calendar. It is National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. It's a true story. So with that in mind, we got to celebrate one of Safeco Field's most popular concession stands, the Frozen Rope. It's actually right here near the Ford Sports Desk. You can create your own custom ice cream sandwich. The line, well, it's always long, but it moves fast. You can start by picking your cookies. Choose from chocolate chip, red velvet, oatmeal raisin. There's more than that too. Then you select your ice cream, but then the real fun begins. You get to roll your ice cream sandwich in different toppings, sprinkles, M&Ms, but they also offer things like Fruity Pebbles, candied bacon, and other sweet treats. So the next time you're at Safeco Field, stop by Frozen Rope, located off the main concourse at section 132. It doesn't matter if it's National Ice Cream Sandwich Day or not. It's really good. Guys, back to you.
Here's the big question, Angie. Are they open before the game?
Yes. You can, and you know, you sometimes stop by, Dave, and see me, and you just dot over there and
I'll have to do that.
grab yourself a little Frozen Rope ice cream sandwich.
Thank you very much. Zach Duke, first pitch to Curtis Granderson's in there for a strike. Grandy man 0 for 3, a couple strikeouts.
Average fastball at 88 miles an hour. Slider changeup. A couple of sliders to Granderson. Quickly ahead.
Granderson at 232, 10 homers, 31 runs batted in. Granderson 0 for 6 against Zach Duke. Zach working from the first base side of the rubber. They have to shift on against Granderson. surprised to see that pitch. Count goes full.
It's quickly ahead 0-2. Anderson can the count back to full.
Strike 3 called. Good pitch by Zach Duke. Third time Granderson has struck out. First time looking. Let's take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game. Take you back to the 4th inning. And this could have really been damaging, but stepping up and making a big play is Denard Span. Got some good strength in that glove hand because squeezed just enough to keep that baby from coming out.
Well, hitting the heel of his glove, and then he turns his glove back over quickly so that he doesn't drop it.
Zach Duke does his job. He gets his man. He's the 7th inning left-handed specialist. One out here in the 7th. Here comes Juan Nicasio. Cofield in Seattle. Hey, make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find out your fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Yeti cooler just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. 26,110 on hand here at Safeco Field. Juan Nicasio takes over on the mound.
45 appearances on the year, a 5.66 ERA, 52 strikeouts, over 5 walks. Opponent's hitting .304. He's given up 5 home runs this year. Fastball 92 to 96 miles an hour with a slider.
First hitter's going to be Randall Grichuk. Oh for 5 is Grichuk against Nicasio. Nicasio in 9 games in July, 0-1, a 4.91 ERA. Stars of the pitching staff in the month of July, Colome and Diaz, they combined for an ERA of 0.00 and a batting average against at 146.
They've been terrific.
Diaz named reliever of the month, consecutive months now. Foul back, 2-1.
Last couple of fastballs at 94 miles an hour.
Joe Biagini heating up. Saw Joe start a game, I think, a couple of years ago. Emergency start in Toronto. 2-1 pitch, straight up in the infield and outfield here. This one fouled back 2-2.
All fastballs, has not shown him the slider.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Couldn't get him to bite. On deck hitter Justin Smoke. Here we go, 3-2, 1 out, nobody on. Going towards the corners, Haniger. It's into the stands. Blue Jay fan, happy souvenir for him. Casio had out of the gate 13 2/3 innings in April, another 13 2/3 in May, then some time on the DL. 8 games in June, went 0-2 with a big double-digit ERA. A little more effective recently. Gives up a base hit here with 1 out.
And 7 pitches, all of them away from him, including the last pitch, which was a slider down and away. He was laying it out over the plate.
Coming up on our CenturyLink What's Next, Ryan Barucki. They like him, young kid, and they already have him in a leadership role. He goes against Marco Gonzalez, one of the top winners in the American League, and then Marco Estrada, the veteran, goes against James Paxton. Last time he saw the fellows from Canada, he no-hit him. Back in the month of May.
Marco Gonzalez with 12 wins. Justin Smoke.
Smokey with a double, a ground out, and a fly out. And right back up, 2 hour left, strike 1.
Challenging with the fastball at the top of the zone. To be careful with Smoke. He has 17 home runs on the year.
One pitch. Infield tilted over to the right for Smoke.
Doesn't run well, so if you can get him to hit it on the ground, good chance to get a double play.
Sawed him off. That could be a problem. Foul ball.
His best fastball at 95 miles an hour. Right on the inside corner. Good pitch. Probably looking out over the plate. Primero Supermo jams him up.
Casio would like to quiet the Blue Jay fans here at Safeco Field. 1 out, 1 on, 2-2 game. It's been like that since the 2nd inning. And a few threats, but nobody's been able to score. All 2 strikes.
Maven in center, shading towards right.
Casio ready, 1-2 pitch. Stopped by Mike Zunino. Smokey tied for the lead. Toronto Ball Club, 17 home runs with Solarte. Oscar Hernandez second with 16. Jays as the team 6th in the American League in homers, 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout. 2 outs here in the 7th.
For a couple of elevated fastballs, this pitch, an off-speed pitch down out of the strike zone, gets him to chase it. Bring up the DH, Morales.
2 outs. Kendricks, 2 ground outs and a fly out tonight. Next pitch, strike.
Seeing the velocity jump up a little bit. He was at 93 now. Last couple of fastballs at 95 miles an hour.
Last 13 games for Nicasio. He's rung up 13 strikeouts. He's added another here in the 7th. On right after him. First time Nicasio is facing Morales. 2 outs here in the 7th.
Biagini still getting loose for Toronto.
Runner at first is Grichuk. 0-2 to Morales. Shift on against him. Pitch. Ball 1.
Tried to throw a cutter that time, 91 miles an hour.
Just joining us, Felix Hernandez made the start. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Nicasio, 3rd man out of the pen. 1-2 pitch.
You see Tracer headed just off the plate.
So Nicasio trying to put the finishing touches on this 7th inning. Round of pitching, struck out 4 the last 6 minutes faced. Two pitch. High fly ball. Haniger towards the 380, running out of room. It's gone. 2-run homer. Andres Morales breaks the 2-2 tie. 13th home run, RBI, 37 and 38. One of his old haunts, Safeco Field, comes back, does some damage here. He hit 30 home runs as a Mariner.
For Nicasio, we'll take a look at the location of the pitch. Set up away. You can see Mike reaching back, just missed his location, middle in. It's the danger zone late in the game when it's tied up. Drops the barrel on it. Great effort by Haniger, but just not able to reach it. Mike set up on the outside corner and was middle in.
That certainly hurt. 2-2 pitch, and he rode it out of here. Here's Solarte. He gave it a ride. Nicasio. His reaction, well, not pleased. 6th home run that he's given up.
Now a hitter's count. Solarte, 17 home runs.
There's a 2-0. That hit hard. Healy take it to the bag. Damage done. Top of the order coming up in the home 7th as it's time to stretch. 4-2 Blue Jays. Washington's lottery played today. Had a great night weather-wise, but it was just momentarily ruined by two-run homer Kendrys Morales. The two-time Mariner 4-2 ball game. There's your line score. Stayed tied for a long time, and now chance for the Mariners to make something happen here in the home seventh. Gordon Segura spanned the top of the order coming up.
Sounds like a couple of runs.
D with a base hit. Center field, stolen base, run scored. First inning, sends in a walk and a strikeout. Joe Biagini, new pitcher. Check that house shot, still in there.
They ran him back out there.
Yeah. Boy, Biagini was.
He's still getting loose in the pen.
Yeah, he was warmed up, ready to go. House job came on. Tyler Clipper, he volunteered to John Gibbons. Hey, Skip, let me start a game out of the pen. John Axford did a couple of weeks ago. Bring in Housechild. He came on in the second inning. And he has held the Mariners scoreless, giving up four base hits and no multi-hit innings so far for the Mariners outside of the 2 runs on 3 hits in the first. Mariners got their runs in the first inning. 2 outs, a man aboard. Nelson Cruz, one upper deck about 5 rows from the top. Bleachers above Edgar's. So hopefully he's going to get a chance to swing the bat here in the 7th with a couple of guys on.
The Mariners have had opportunities, but they are 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
Two pitch. Fouled off. A couple of nights ago, the Washington Nationals beat the Mets 25-4. Middle of the 8th, Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers 21, Milwaukee 5. 21 runs on 18 hits. Boston beat the Yankees 15-7. They went for 19 hits. Steve Pearce hit 3 home runs.
Texas scored 17 runs against Baltimore.
The D's down, second time he's caved. And that is strikeout number 5 for Housechild. 1 out in the 7th. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines. Giovanni Gallardo got the win for Texas. He's 6-1. How about his ERA of 6.51 one-time Mariner?
And he's 6-1.
It's a good way to live, boy. Eugene Segura. Unusual, to say the least, that as we watch his 4th plate appearance, he's 0 for 3. That's a rarity.
It's especially true since you consider he didn't have a hit last night. We'll see him go hitless in back-to-back ball games, so maybe pick up a double right here.
Productive out, moved the runner over into scoring position, better scoring position in the first. Fly to right and strikeout. 1-1. Need some base runners here. Span and Cruz to follow. Slices one on the ground to the second baseman Travis. Soft contact, 2 outs. One of the premier series of the summer. It's right around the corner. Join the Mariners at Safeco Field August 17th through the 19th as they host the Los Angeles Dodgers for a series of action-packed baseball, fireworks, and good times. Into Mariners.com for seats.
That looks like a pretty good pitching matchup right there. Kershaw and Paxton.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Dave Roberts, Doc Roberts, their skipper, one of my favorite guys. Glad to see him. They won the Manager of the Year award 2 years ago, I think it was. There's Span, 2 out, nobody on. 4-2. Blue Jays. Span tonight. Strikeout, fly to left, and a ground out to second. Who knew? Mike Housechild, just signed by this Toronto ball club, has come in and really done a heck of a job. Here's a high fly ball backing up Granderson. He's on the track, looking up, feeling for the fence, makes the catch. Almost a thrill there. We played 7. It's 4-2 Jays. Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box this season, the Mariners double play means free jumbo jacks from Jack in the Box. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. First of 4 with the Blue Jays, and our Canadian friends joining us here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Big 2-run homer. The difference right now, Kendrys Morales, former Mariner, in the 7th inning, a 2-run shot as we look at Sam Tuivailala taking over.
Numbers on the year. Good fastballs. Average fastball at 95 miles an hour. Slider curveball to go with it. Be his second appearance with the Mariners.
Well, he showed an impressive fastball in the top end of the zone. Came over from St. Louis. Won an inning of 2/3 in his debut against the Astros 2 nights ago.
That fastball was 94 to 96 miles an hour. Had pretty good command.
31 games with the Cardinals. 3-3, 4 no saves, 4 holds. He's got a good arm. Here's Maben. Tried that. He does block it. Haniger chance to throw him out. And wide and high throw.
A little bit of a double clutch too. Looked like it hit Maben in the knee. Trying to keep it in front of him.
So another double for Teoscar Hernandez, his 3rd tonight.
Trying to make the sliding catch, and I believe it hits his knee. Right now he's just trying to block it and keep it in front of him, and it does. It hits his knee, ricochets to Haniger, and then he kind of double clutches a high throw into second.
So a runner at second to open up the 8th inning. Brings up Brendan Drury. Popped out, walked, and struck out looking. Hit number 9 for the Blue Jays. 4 runs on 9 hits. Mariners 2 runs on 7 hits. Full badly right there, 1-1.
Good slider.
Tuivailala, converted shortstop. That happened back in the year 2012. He's behind here, 2-1. Playing Drury straight up in the infield and outfield. Blue Jays come in at 48-59, 26 games off the pace. There's strike 2 and 2.
Good fastball at 96 miles an hour.
Tuivailala needs an important pitch here. 2-2. Foul ball.
Late swing. Again, 96 miles an hour. Barely getting a piece of it. Fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. Try that slider again. Chased it earlier in the at-bat. Let's try it again. See if we can chase it one more time.
Tui's ready. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball, Seager. Gonna hold the runner at 3rd. 1 away.
Another good slider.
On the go, hey, no problem. Mariners are at your fingertips with the Root Sports mobile app. Just download the app and log on with your participating TV provider account info. Only available to customers whose TV subscription includes Root Sports. Check now to see if your provider is participating. One out runner at second. Luke Milley, the catcher, 2 walks, and a fielder's choice tonight. 0 for 1.
Another good fastball. He's consistently at 96 tonight. And a good slider. We haven't seen the curveball yet.
Blue Jays 2 years removed from being in the ALCS. Lost to Cleveland 4 games to 1. It's back-to-back years in the ALCS. Lost to Kansas City the year before, 4 games to 2. And Gibbons managed the Blue Jays from 04 to 08, and he got fired. He was coaching Kansas City for a while, then was rehired in the 2013 season. Come back and manage the Blue Jays. Gibbons got some a little bit of Northwest roots. Great Falls, Montana, where he was born. There's a strikeout. Out number 2. Tui with his first strikeout. Three more games in this series. Ryan Borucki, who his guy growing up was Mark Burley. He gets the ball and he's ready to go. Marco Gonzalez, sensational year for him. James Paxton, he no-hit Blue Jays last time he saw him. And Marco Estrada, veteran at 4 and 8.
That was the first curveball, missed down with it. He's had a good slider, and again, it's fastball at 96 miles an hour.
Devin Travis, 2-run single in the second, tied the ball game after Nelly put the Mariners ahead in the first inning. Since then, he got robbed by Span in the 4th and struck out in the 6th. D. Gordon gobbles that up. Nelson Cruz going to lead things off in the home 8th. Mariners trailing by 2. Haniger and Seager, and hopefully that'll start something happening offensively here for the Mariners, who trail by a deuce.
Sports Desk, Angie Mentink with you, and we're wondering what you're up to tonight. Let us know and send us a photo. Use the hashtag #WhereIRoot like Tanner does. Brought this gal all the way from Tennessee to her very first Mariners game. And then we've got MCDC, and it doesn't matter where he roots as long as he's got his Mariners swag on. We've got a good chance, all right? whatever it takes, and I appreciate that, MCDC. And Brian, getting ready for the Mariners game with a little disc golf. Keep them coming. Use that hashtag where I root. We'll try to get them on the air. Just a reminder, though, when you do use that hashtag, it gives us permission to use your photo on the air. Guys, back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. Big 6'5" Joe Biagini takes over.
High ERA over 6. Only hitting .315. He's getting up 10 home runs this year. Fastball at 94. Slider curveball.
He's got Nelson Cruz here leading off in the home 8th. Deep drive right field. Granderson giving ground. Boom! Stick baby! Another home run for Nelson Cruz. He goes oppo. They're making a 4-3 ball game. 2 home runs tonight for the big man. He's got 27. He's driven in 3 tonight. Gives him 67. And we get a 4-3 game.
Or Biagini is now giving up 11 home runs on the year after the home run by Nelson. They mentioned Nelson with a couple of home runs in the game. Now 28 home runs on the year. Primera Supermo, and barrels it up. Fastball away from him.
Right you are, 28. Didn't mean to short him. 1-run game. 8th hit for the Mariners. Hey, some kind of strong. Haniger tonight, 1 for 2 with a walk. Bouncing ball to the shortstop.
Oh, what a hop.
Oh man, ate him alive.
That's a break.
Tying runs aboard. So a base runner for the Mariners here. Looked like just a routine ground ball. He's in. Whoa, super ball right over.
Diaz just took over at shortstop. Tough play. Want to give him a hit. So the second base hit for Haniger.
That is a just brutal hop. Ledmus Diaz.
Kyle was 1 for 3.
Base hit center field. He slaps
Might
one
work.
the other way, and right there making a play is Teoscar Hernandez and scooting back Haniger. So 1 away. Go ahead, run coming to the plate again in the form of Brian Healy. Hey fans, our annual Ultimate Fan Contest has officially returned. Root Sports is going to be looking for the ultimate fan in the state of Washington throughout the month of August. Send us a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you could win the IP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey and more. For official rules, visit rootsports.com.
Pete Walker, the pitching coach, on his way out to the mound. Mariners bullpen. Pazos, Diaz getting loose.
Ryan Tepera warming up. Biagini puts up a home run, an infield hit. Diaz at shortstop. Only extra player on the bench remaining for the Jays is Russell Martin, the catcher. Here's Healy. Healy 0 for 2 career against Biagini. So far tonight, a fly to left hit by a pitch and a ground out to short.
Now Ryan with 21 home runs on the year.
Slow roller, tag, throw, double play. Nelly Cruz, hero again for the Mariners. A leadoff homer It's it the other way. Look at the strength there. 2 home runs tonight, 28 for the game. It's a 1-run game as we go to the 9th. First solo blast in the 8th. Mariners trailed by a run. And tip of the cap and big kudos to Edwin Diaz, 3rd time American League reliever of the month. Look at that ERA, just spotless. 10 games, 9 saves. Opponents averaging 0.63. The season numbers are pretty fabulous as well.
Opponents average at just 149 on the year. James Pazos going to take over for the Mariners, hard-throwing left-hander. 42 appearances on the year, 2.31 ERA, 32 strikeouts in 35 innings. Opponents hitting .244 against James. His fastball 92 to 95 miles an hour with a slider.
Top of the order for the Jays. Here's Curtis Granderson. Tough night for him. 3 Ks and a ground out, 0 for 4. Granderson 1 for 1 against Pazos. They'll put shift on as Segura walks over to the right side of the infield, leaving Seager by himself. And the Grandy man jumps on one, gaps it left center field. Gonna have to hustle, and he's in there with a leadoff double. It's his 17th double. Jays making some noise already here in the 9th.
6 extra base hits for the Blue Jays tonight. Jumps on a first pitch fastball in the middle of the plate.
Pazos over his last 4 games. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs. 2 strikeouts and a walk, and then some trouble here with Grichuk. Got a base hit and a run scored back in the 7th. Swinging at the first pitch, gets under the glove of Seager. Holding at 3rd is Granderson.
And Kyle was playing even with the bag in case he decided to bunt him over. They swing away and kind of an in-between hop. I couldn't tell if it hit the lip of the grass or not. Camara Supermo barrels it up. It did not. Just stayed down on him.
They go hunting. First 2 pitches seen here. Now Smoke turn around and be an E5. So the error by Seager, his 7th of the season. Infield about halfway. First pitch swinging. Seager goes to, whoa, and D got caught up on the bag.
Hopefully he's
and
not hurt.
Granderson is going to score, and going to third is Gritchick, and that doesn't look good for D. Gordon.
No, it doesn't at all.
Oh my goodness.
Couldn't tell if he slipped and came off of the bag, but it was awkward looking, or maybe a knee.
Those heavy, those slippery bags are crowned at the top.
Trying to walk it off. Let's take a look at his ankle. Kyle trying to get the double play.
Ooh.
Smoke does not run well, and that's exactly what happened. Turned his ankle.
Trying to get the setup, be in position to make the catch. Let's see right there. Fall. Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Still trying to walk it off. Give Kyle an error on the throw. Looks like he's going to have to leave the game.
Fielder's choice, E5. And that's the last thing the Mariners needed to lose D. Gordon.
Andrew Romine going to take over at second.
Boy. Romine takes over at second. Gordon, hopefully he will not miss significant time. Mike, explain about the construction of those bags and how they crown at the top.
What they do is and it's kind of a hard rubber base, and they crown them like that so that when you're running the bases and you hit the base on the inner half of it, it gives you something to push off on, and you can see it right there the way it's crowned, as Dave was mentioning. And I think for him, he just kind of caught the corner. So he catches the corner.
Tell you what, it's left.
Yeah, he catches the outside of the base. He ends up catching the outside corner of the base, and that's what turned his ankle.
5-3 ball game. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Morales. He swinging at the first pitch.
But the idea of it, crown it like that is so that when you hit the inside part of the base, helps you make the turn on it. Unfortunately, Ordi looked like he hit the outside, twisted his ankle.
They're in full attack mode on Pazos. Romine makes sure he gets the bag, and Morales not a fast runner. And I don't think at full output there at all, so that's a break for the Mariners.
Good job by Romine to make sure that he touched the base. Had to go back and tag it again.
So 2 outs, a run in, runner at third. Here's Solarte.
It's Diaz.
Diaz.
Came in as a defensive replacement, getting his first plate appearance.
Wow, they're going to change that to an error 4, so error on D. Gordon. That is hammered left field, and it leaves the ballpark.
Came into the game as a defensive replacement and hits a home run.
Boy, oh boy, they have been super aggressive against Pazos, and they have cashed in, open up a 7-3 lead. Wow.
It's a fastball down and in. Barreled it up, line drive into the bullpen. Just clears the fence.
Scattering poison in the bullpen. How about the night for this guy, Teoscar Hernandez? 4 for 4, 3 doubles. A's are off tonight. They play Detroit tomorrow. Two outs. What an unusual inning. So last time we saw somebody slip or turn an ankle like
I can't
D
remember
did.
that happening. You can see him too. He was keeping his eyes on Kyle, and he's around the base so often. Really familiar with it. You don't have to look down at it to know where you want to step. But unfortunately, it was probably in this step maybe an inch or two, and caught the outside side of that base and turned his ankle.
And his left foot looked like it was a little shaky getting in there
It was
before,
close,
right?
Yeah.
And then the right ankle went on him.
Right.
6 men to the plate here in the 9th. 3 runs up on the board. Maben, nope, this will be Romine going back. Work to do for the Mariners. 7-3 Blue Jays as they put a 3 spot up here. And coming up, it'll be Zunino, Maben, and Romine. In his first game against the Blue Jays, and how about the home run by Aledmus Diaz coming off the bench? 2-run shot. Ryan Tepera coming out of the bullpen here.
Hard throwing right-hander for Toronto. On the year, 45 appearances. He has 7 saves. 3.63 ERA, 49 strikeouts, over 14 walks. Once I think 252. Good arm. Average fastball in the mid-90s with a slider.
And on the post-game show, they'll get you a report on the ankle, the right ankle of D. Gordon. He is a top catalyst, top of this Mariner lineup, and they cannot afford to lose him for significant time. Zunino, 2-hit night and a strikeout. Base hit the left, base hit the center. Really bombed that base hit the center, base hit the fence out right center field. Count 1-1 to Mike. Bouncing ball to third baseman. It's Drury. 1 out.
Bring up Maben. Maben hitting 9th in the lineup this evening. Hit the ball hard a couple of times. Had a base hit into left field, lined out to the shortstop.
They've been 1 for 1 against the Parrot. center field. Grichuk 2 away.
And that will bring up Romine, who came into the game for D. Gordon after turning his ankle.
Andrew Romine, last hope here for the Mariners. Swing and a miss. Slapped the other way. Fair ball. And digging for second, just getting in there. Romine, 2-out double.
That was a strong throw into second base. Hernandez with a good arm. Romine being aggressive, hits the ball the other way, picks up a base hit.
Segura 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a fly out and a strikeout. And that's your ball game. So Toronto ends its 3-game losing streak and tacks on a 3-game losing streak for the Mariners. Tough loss as things really got away from the Mariners in the 9th inning. Couple of home runs, and they were really hurt. Solarte a 2-run homer and Morales 2-run homer. And with the Mariners loss tonight, Oakland takes the second wild card spot lead. Tough night for the Mariners. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Brad and Dave. Fellas?
Well, Dave and Mike, thank you very much. As the Jays take game 1 of the 4-game set. So for the first time in a long time, the Mariners not in the playoffs as of today. Welcome out in the pen. It's Brad, it's Dave. So we're going to talk about the standings there in the West, Val. We're going to talk plenty about Felix Hernandez going 5 innings tonight. But I think even a bigger story is the continuing struggles, Val, of the offense. Just 3 runs again tonight, just not getting it done lately.
You know, it's absolutely a concern as you look at what they did in the month of July. They were the lowest scoring team in Major League Baseball. It's kind of continuing here in the month of August, and this is something that they need to get turned around very quickly. You thought with Toronto coming in, a team that has been really struggling themselves, that this could be the time and the opportunity for the Mariners to get things kind of straightened out, but unfortunately they did not get back on track here tonight as they managed only 3 runs, Brad.
Yeah, the Jays coming off that sweep in Oakland. They come here and Nelson Cruz puts up a couple of home runs, 3 RBIs. So really it was Blue Jays 7 and Nelson Cruz 3. He goes 2 home runs. So how about the first one? Yeah, Clipper knew that one the first inning. 446 feet. And then leading off the 8th, he goes Oppo. He's up to 28 home runs. The hugs are back, but the wins are not. Keep it here on Mood Sports.